Hello, so this is going to be a short little video on this police baton. Now, I got this after I was told about it in a live stream off of Worldwide Arms, and I'll mention them because they've actually gone now, sadly. And this isn't a gun or whatever that I'm mentioning that I got from there, it's just an old baton. Now, the weird things with batons and truncheons and all those in UK law is the wooden ones seem to be completely fine to legally own, like the antique style ones like this. But they don't like you owning the actual more modern sort of asp type batons or anything like that. So again, there'll be a list somewhere on the Home Office thing that probably explains what makes a difference between illegal ones and not. But the old style kind of just little bat ones are legal, especially when they're antiques. So obviously, they've evolved quite a lot since this one. Obviously, there's a bit of a chunk missing there, but it's obviously just a hefty wooden... Yeah, it hurts if you smack yourself with it. You know, you can hear that it would give a good clunk to somebody over the head or whatever. Now, obviously, with batons, you're not actually meant to hit anybody over the head with them. It's meant to be, mostly, isn't it, to, like, knock a weapon out of somebody's hands in, hitting them in the arm, potentially breaking a wrist at the worst sort of thing. But for the most part, these are designed to hurt people, to sort of shock them and stun them into arrest, rather than... you know, to actually beat somebody's head in with it. So, this basically just has a load of finger grooves on the bottom. There's no lanyard hole or whatever in this, but you could obviously tie a lanyard around it. And then it's just, obviously, a wooden stick that gets bigger at the end. And, that's really all there is to it. Like, and as I said, if you hit somebody hard enough with it, you can certainly see it, would... you know, hurt. I did try earlier, giving myself a few smacks across the stomach and the arms of it, and yeah, you know, you wouldn't want to be hit full force with one of these. Obviously, compared to things like tasers and pepper spray, I'd much rather have a taser and a pepper spray, you know, if you were dealing, like, with a non-lethal option for, arresting somebody, especially if they had a knife or whatever, but back in the day, this is how they did it, you know, just smack somebody with this enough times and hope that, they drop what they're holding. I suppose in a lot of old police forces, a cop would have one of these plus a gun. You know, the idea being, if they were acting really violent, you just shoot them. But if they were easy to restrain by hitting them a few times, then handcuffing them, you just do that. So that's essentially what this is for. It's a cudgel, you know, a blackjack, a sap, whatever you want to call it, truncheon, baton. It's just a wooden thing for smacking people with to hurt them into submission. So it's an interesting antique, but as I said, baton sort of truncheon laws are very strange in the UK because of how wooden ones are completely legal, it seems. Obviously, you can't go around carrying this around with you, you know, everywhere and all that. That wouldn't be allowed. But, you know, to own it in your house isn't a problem. But, you know, you can't own in your house, for example, a lot more of the modern style police batons. So why there's a discrimination for that when they both do the same thing if you were hit with them, I don't know. But that's the way the law is. So yeah, short video, but hopefully you found it interesting.